So I start recording. Hi everyone, this is a video for the Liberland Casino, this time the 2D version. So at the moment we only developed the Sportsbook, and this Sportsbook is actually based on the Azuro Protocol. So we are just a front-end operator. You can read a bit more about that on Azuro. You can also ask AI. Basically the yield is more or less the same, slightly lower, than if we would build the full sportsbook ourselves. Problem is that if we build a full sportsbook ourselves, we have to manage liquidity and we also have to manage security. So any hack in the pool and we'll lose all the money. So here, have a look at the Azuro Protocol. People can pool the money together. API vary. Last time I checked, it was between 7 and 15%. So if you don't like casinos, you can just also provide liquidity to it. And in that sense, own a piece of the revenue, not of this casino, but of the full Azuro protocol. So there are other casinos also using this protocol. So that's what we built so far. As I said, we have only sports so far, but on the same URL. So here, that's a test URL. It's live in production, but we will have a real website, a real domain name. And what I wanted to say is that we will have also other games, not powered by Azuro, powered by ourselves. For example, Plinko, Roulette, etc. They will be visible either here, maybe above the sports or below. We will see. We'll see what makes more sense. So this is how the casino look like. As I said, we have football. You can drill down. You have all the Liga, Primera Nacional. This is Austria. Maybe we can have a look into having some hover over here to guide you. But usually, I guess you will be used to the flag and you know what league you want to bet in. Premier League in the UK, the French Liga here, the German one, Bundesliga, Zweite Bundesliga, so the second division, etc. So that's for soccer. We have basketball here as well. There is tennis. So you have where the sports take place. Here you can see that there is no placeholder provided by Azuro. So maybe we can think about adding some AI picture of the players. We'll need to check with our chief compliance officer if it's possible, if it's allowed, and also with the engineer how much it will cost us. But yeah, you have tennis, as I said, you have cricket, you have MMA, boxing, ice hockey, American football, maybe for those interested in that. Baseball, you have rugby union, rugby league, and volleyball. So you have also eSports, for those who like it. You can gamble on eSports game. Now, as I say, we are only a front-end provider, so it might happen sometimes that some games do not appear. Just that the people, the data provider, because there are also data provider in the Azuro protocol. So I really invite you to read through the documentation if you are interested in all this backend thing. The data provider may not have added some of the games. Another point I would like to highlight as well is, like in centralized casino, games can be cancelled. Maybe the odds are too broad, and the data provider did notice that later. If games are cancelled, it's not on Liberland Casino, it's on Azuro, and even Azuro will not do anything. Like in the terms and conditions of a centralized casino, when they cancel a game, there is no recourse. They just cancel the game. With that being said, now I can show you the workflow, how this works. So we are right now on the website. I didn't check the translation for the French because this is going to be open in Africa. In France, it's going to be closed because we don't have the license yet. So I will need to check if the translation makes sense, but in any case, for English, so far, that's what we have. That's all the words, those are all the words and sentences imported by the Azuro Protocol. So I hope it makes sense. If you see any glitch, any mistranslation, any miscommunication, let us know. So I am right now with my normal account. It's an account I use for my everyday life, but I didn't KYC it. So this Azuro website, we will have a KYC. So it's non-custodial. We never see your funds. You don't deposit it like you can see maybe on Centralized Casino, being crypto or not. We don't touch your funds ever. Everything is through the Azuro Protocol. So let's say I want to gamble here on this game from the Argentinian league. I'd click here, and you see it asks me for the KYC verification. I'm not KYC'd with this account. We use Coinbase on-chain verification. So you can click here. It brings you to the page about what you need to do basically. So you may need to open a Coinbase account, even if you don't use it, even if you prefer Binance or Bitpanda, you will need to open a Coinbase account to KYC if you want to join the casino. So they handle the KYC via what we call the Ethereum attestation service. So it will place on the blockchain the attestation that this address 0x123 is based in France or in Germany or in the USA. So you verify your identity on Coinbase and your country of residence. So that's really important. You can verify only the identity if you want. That's possible, but then you will not be able to play. You need to also update the country of residence. So I'm not going to do it here because I have a test account where I actually provided all those informations. Here we go. So those are the chains being supported by the Azuro Protocol. We have Polygon, we have Gnosis chain, we have Chili's chain, which I never used, and we have Base. Base is a bit weird because you have the wrapped Ethereum to gamble and the ETH for the gas fee. So let's move on to the Polygon. As you can see, I have $99 and 0.01 Pol with this account. So I'm going to go check the top event. So you have the top events, maybe better games in a way. You have also what is live right now. You can also live gamble. That's kind of new actually from the Azuro Protocol. They released it a few months ago. But now you can also live gamble last minute on a win or not. Let's remove that. So here I have a couple of games. So as you can see, we have several options. We can gamble that both teams will score, so maybe a score of 2-1. Total goals. First half winner, so who is winning in the first half, etc. So we have several ways to gamble depending on the sports, of course. If I choose baseball, I may have other solution. Oh no, here it's only match winner. I choose maybe basketball, game, total, odd point. So you have several ways to gamble. And let's see the flow. So I'm right now on Polygon. I'm going to gamble on this one. You can gamble also on several at the same time. So I need to change the network first. And now I'm on Polygon. I'm going to gamble on this one as well. Why not Italy, Israel as well? Where there should be a clean winner, basically. I thought France was going to play against Georgia, but maybe it passed already. It's tomorrow, I think. Well, we can maybe do it in another one. So let me gamble here 90. I need to approve. Okay, first transaction has been confirmed. So now I can have a look at. Sorry. So that was only the that was only for of course the signature as always. You can have the slippage tolerance here, but so let's now validate this. So your bet has been successfully placed. You can find it in my bet. So I go to my bet and I see it here. All right, so now I wanted to check another thing. You can also search for an event. So maybe let's search for France. There's France, Iceland tomorrow. So that should be a clear win for France. I will put an additional 5. Right, so I'm going to close the video for now. Maybe I will take another one to show you how to claim the money later on. Thank you. Have a good day.